870-9933. You have some annuals, some houseplants.
Just
Very pretty.
Very pretty combination. Sunflowers are always cheery, and the celosia, two totally different looking ones down front of that. And then some really cool plants, that little fern, a begonia, and then the apesia with a beautiful foliage colors, plus that sort of reddish behind that orange flower just really makes it pop.
A lot of sun in the house.
Yes.
Plants. All right. Go to the phones. We'll start with Care. Is it Care in Cross Plains?
Karen. My name is Karen.
Karen, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi. We have a worm, and it's not the white worm. It's a darker worm, like a fifth of an inch long, in our raspberries. And I'm just wondering, what do you do? How do you get rid of them?
Well, that's problematic. You're going to have to use a chemical that can be used on a fruit crop, and you're going to have to look carefully at the label so that you time it in between harvest. And with raspberries coming in as fast as they are, obviously this has to be preemptive. You have to do this as a preventive type of thing. But picking those and so that they don't finish their life cycle and then reproduce and occur again is helpful.
Yeah, it's tricky with stuff you eat.
Exactly. You have to be careful. Read the label.
All right, we'll go to Judy now in Cross Plains. Hi, Judy.
Hi.
What's your question?
I have got a Weigela bush that has gotten bigger than what we had thought it was going to. And I was wondering if in the fall, if I would cut that back kind of drastically, would that hurt it at all?
It wouldn't hurt it. You're going to delay flowering next year. But if it's just larger than you need, Weigela are a type of shrub that bloom during the summer. So if you could time that where you'd actually prune it back in that 2-week period after it gets done flowering, then the new growth that will come will flower. But Weigela sort of are good in terms of some of them will develop some flowers. You won't have as much flowering next year, but you'll have your size control.
But maybe late summer is better than spring.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Brenda in Monroe. Hi, Brenda.
Hi. I have some lilies that have already bloomed. I'm not sure what kind of lilies they are. They're real tall. And I've moved. And so I want to know if I can dig those up and put them in my new yard.
Yes, you can move them. The problem is going to be that since the stalks are taller, you either stake them or if that breaks off, you can still plant the bulb now. You can transplant them at this time.
As long as they're done flowering.
But stake it.
Okay. We'll go to Ann now in Wanakee. Ann, what's your question?
Hi. I'd like to know about mandevilla plants. A couple years ago, I bought 2 of them, and they were just beautiful, so I kept them over winter in my house, and they grew really nice. I didn't cut them off or anything. I let the big, long vines go. But in the spring, I set them out, and they were still sitting there, but they're growing like everything, but they will not bloom.
No flowers. Well, are you fertilizing them?
Yes, I am.
And
Miracle Grow.
Okay, Miracle Grow is good. Did you locate them someplace in the same spot where you had? Because they should flower. That's a plant that you can overwinter and bring back outside. It's a tropical, so you
Full sun.
And they're beautiful. I mean, when they bloom,
they really
beautiful.
are.
Well, I'm just wondering if you could perhaps substitute a different fertilizer that has a higher phosphorus and see if that helps, because that's what promotes flowering.
Well, I kept them in the same pots. Maybe that's why they didn't have them. Well, I always put Miracle Grow on them all the time.
But if they're growing well, they should flower for you.
They should.
Yes, they should.
Well, they're sure taking their time.
Yeah, they are. Well, good luck. Let's go to Delbert in Boaz. Hi, Delbert. Delbert, you there?
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
I have hibiscus that ain't coming out of the ground yet. I need to know why.
Oh, all right. The ones with the great, big, huge flowers, those take a long time to start to grow in the spring. But I had planted one for my daughter. It hasn't come up, and it didn't make it. I think it might have been the winter that we had. We didn't have snow cover, and they're lovely plants, but they don't work real well. The other hibiscus, you know, how she has her mandevilla, my hibiscus that I kept over winter, it still is not flowering, and I've been fertilizing it like
Hers
crazy.
died. You know, nobody's going to make it. Lorraine in Wanakee. Hi, what's your question?
Hi, I have a nice raspberry patch, but it is being inundated with those copper, I believe they're Japanese beetles.
Yes.
They've also hit my rhubarb leaves, and last year they took out almost everything on one of my, what is that, the plant for the,
Oh, they like birch and linden also.
Yeah, they just go crazy.
Grapes.
How can I control them in the raspberry patch?
Yes, in raspberries, it's very, very difficult. I'm sorry, I have a friend that asked me information on this, and I'd have that if let me bring it to you next week. I'll talk about it because, again, you're spraying on a food crop.
Let's talk about Japanese beetles next week. How's
Okay,
that?
very good.
All right, if you're on the line, stay there. Linda will talk to you off the air. Busy woman today.
Lots of things happening.
See you next week.